Give both a shot, see which one your palate likes. Ultimately, what it comes down to, you guys are the judge of your palate. You know your palate. All I'm doing is making recommendations based on value, so that if you put money into the glass, you know it's worth it. Okay, I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm not saying it's the best, but at least you're not throwing the money away and you're getting value for what you're paying for. Welcome back to Wine and Whiskey with Steve. And today we are looking at the LCBO White Wine Best Value Sales of the Month. So right now we're just about in the first week of April, and we have still a good 3.5 weeks to take advantage of these sales. So we're going to call these sales Lucky 7, because we're going to be looking at 7 white wines that the LCBO has currently on sale right now. So wine number 1, going to Italy, Veneto, Masi, Modello, Pinot Grigio. $13, $11 on sale, $2 off. This is a very, very light, easy drinking, crisp wine. I'd serve this nice and chilled. Not too chilled, okay, not like 8 degrees, 10 degrees. I think something around, 12 to 14 degrees is the perfect serving temperature for this guy. It's the perfect serving temperature for this guy. What do we get in the glass with this guy? We're gonna get nice little pear, a little bit of pineapple, maybe a little bit of grapefruit. You might find a little bit of like a, I don't want to say toast, but almost like a hay. So almost like grass hay type of a character going on there with this guy. Again, very light, very crisp, moderate to high acidity, very low tannins, nice ripe fruits. And for this guy, he's all matured in stainless steel. So everything's stainless steel, doesn't see any oak. Okay, so very light, very crisp, very clean. So delicate wine, want to pair with delicate antipasto, appetizers. This guy doesn't have the weight and body to be a wine for a main course or entree. My favorite thing I like to do with this Pinot Grigio from Masi would be to take a little crostini, okay? And on that crostini, you're gonna take some cherry tomatoes and some, if you have yellow bell pepper or orange bell pepper. So get those on the barbecue, okay? Drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the cherry tomato and the pepper. Give them a nice little char. Put on your crostini, and then you want to put just a little bit of fresh basil and some ricotta, okay? And that way you have the acidity from the Pinot Grigio, balances the creaminess and the softness of the ricotta cheese, and good to go. Okay, here we go. Wine number 2. So ciao Italia, hello Canada. The Goat Lady. This is coming from the Speck brothers of Henry of Pelham. This guy is the polar opposite of where we've just been with the light and crisp wine of Italy with the Pinot Grigio. Now we're into a fat and heavy, big, bold Chardonnay. Oaked Chardonnay from Ontario, Niagara Escarpment. Now, in terms of flavor-wise for this guy, you're going to get a lot of different characteristics going on inside the glass. You're going to get a lot of apple, green apple. And on top of the apple, you're going to have maybe a little bit of caramel, a little bit of butter. Okay, you're going to get some toastiness out of this guy. Very, very, very creamy and smooth in the mouth, because this guy had at least 7 months in American oak. Now, this guy, for pairing wise, we can do the same thing we did with the Pinot Grigio. Start off the same way. So we can start with the crostini. Okay, but on that crostini, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of smoked ham. So maybe you take your ham, again, barbecue season's coming up, grill it on the barbecue, get a little bit of char on the ham, and then you're gonna top that with a nice creamy buttery cheese. And what's the best creamy buttery cheese that you can put on top of that? Brie. Okay, and you're good to go with that. If you want to put like some apricot jelly or some type of like a spicy Thai, sweet, sauce on top of there, you can do that. That's fine. Now, if you don't want to use this guy as an aperitif, then to go with your appetizer, then you can have him with the main. Okay, and what main would you like to serve with this guy? Well, you're getting a lot of brioche and butter on the palate with the wine, so you want to complement that in the entree. So what better way to do that with a butter poached lobster? Okay, so awesome pairing, and yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. Okay, wine number 3. So from Canada, we are going to Canada. We live in Canada, we live in Ontario. Maybe we're a little bit biased, but the next wine is an awesome wine. Very well made, very well balanced. So here we're looking at Maliviore, Chardonnay again. Now, this Chardonnay is done in a slightly different style than the Goat Lady from Henry of Pelham's Speck Brothers. This Chardonnay from Maliviore sees a little bit less oak treatments. Okay, so if you don't like that big, bold, buttery, creamy Chardonnay, then this would be the next best fit for you. This guy sees about, I think it's a short period of time. They do 50% fermentation in neutral oak, and then the rest goes into stainless steel. And then there's a small period of time maturation in neutral oak. Okay, so there's not that big buttery influence going on from the oak. So you're gonna have more fruits coming through in this one. You're gonna have a little bit more apple, a little bit of lemon on this one, a little bit of pear on this one. Okay, so more of a citrusy components. Acidity will also be a little bit higher. So when it comes to the pairing with this, because we don't have that big buttery influence, this is a slightly more delicate wine. Again, we can start off with the crostini. I like using white wines as, you know, first course, appetizer, aperitif pairings, so that you know, when we get onto the big heavier courses, we can transition into some rosés and some red wines. And so again, starting with the crostini, we can put a little bit, we can put the smoked ham again, okay, but instead of putting the brie on this one, we're going to put maybe a little bit of goat cheese, okay, and that way the goat cheese is a little bit lighter, not as heavy, and is as creamy as the brie, and it complements the Chardonnay of the Maliviore very nicely. Now, if we wanted to do something as a first course, what we could do is some type of a croquette. Okay, now one of the things I like to do is I like to make little chicken croquettes. So I'm not going to go into the details about how we're going to make our chicken croquette, but I'll put that up on our website so you can check that out. And yeah, you can do a little chicken croquette on a quinoa salad, okay, and you're good to go with this guy. Wine number 4, right? Yes. Okay, here we go, wine number 4. So leaving Ontario and going to Quebec. No, I'm joking. We're not going to go to Quebec for freaking wine, but we are going to go to France. Okay, so close enough, I guess. And here we're going to go a little bit into the not north, but so a little bit into the east, Burgundy. Here we're going to Burgundy here. We're going to Macon, one of the villages in Burgundy, and what we have here is Chardonnay. Albert Bichot Chardonnay from the Macon. Regular price $20, on sale for $18. Very, very, very stellar wine. Very, very well balanced wine. So again, another Chardonnay, but made in a slightly different style. So this would be more congruent with what we saw back in Ontario with Maliviore. Okay, not heavy on the oak. Here, what we see the French doing is 20% oak treatments and then 80% in stainless steel tank. Okay, so that way you're getting a little bit of the buttery brioche, but you're also retaining the varietal characteristics of the Chardonnay, and that really comes through in this wine by Albert Bichot. You have a lot of apple, a lot of pear, almost like this lemon meringue thing happening. You do get that brioche toastiness, buttered bread in the glass. So again, very, very nice acidity in here and nice creamy smooth texture in the mouth. Delicate wine, but still has good medium body to him. So when it comes to pairing with this, this can be, you know, a first course type of a wine. I like to do this guy with some scallops. Okay, slightly seared scallops. You don't want to over sear them because you don't want the burntness of the charcoal, the tannins to overpower the wine. Okay, so nice delicate sear. You can even poach them if you want, okay, and you do a beurre blanc sauce, okay, so white sauce, butter sauce, and that goes beautifully with scallops. Okay, wine number 5. So leaving France, going back to Quebec, no, Canada, back to Canada again, back to Ontario, back to the escarpment, and here we're sitting at 30 bench. Sitting on 30 bench, sitting at 30 bench. Either way it works. Okay, and here we're sipping on Riesling. Okay, this is Winemaker's Blend Riesling, regular price $23, on sale for $20. Ontario makes fantastic white wines, especially their Riesling. I really like their Sauvignon Blanc. They do some good things with Chardonnay as well. So when it comes to the white grapes, we do some really, really, really nice things here at an incredible price. Okay, especially when they go on sale like this, you can't beat it. 100% Riesling, 100% stainless steel, no wood influence whatsoever on this guy. Very, very ripe fruit. What are you getting on this guy? A little bit of peach, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of apple. You get some tangerine. You also get, and I love this in, you get this in red wines, you get this in white wines, but it's wet stone, okay? Wet stone and kind of like a flintiness. Depending on the age, now this guy is a young Riesling, but you know, if you get a back vintage from 30 Bench, you're gonna get some petrol and some kerosene, and I love that in Riesling. That's my favorite when you have an aged Riesling. But still, in this one here, it's a young Riesling, so you can have more of the riper fruits coming through. What are you gonna pair this with? Very popular pairing for Riesling is spicy Asian Thai dishes. Specifically, what I like to do with this guy, I really like how Asian flavors pair well with this wine. So when it comes to this wine, I like honey, I like ginger, honey, ginger, honey, ginger. If you want, you can throw some like apricot jam in there, and you can do that with salmon. You can do that with pork. You can do it with chicken. Oh, lemon. That's what I was forgetting. Honey, lemon, Thai. Honey, lemon, ginger. Honey, lemon, ginger. That's the combination. Honey, lemon, ginger. You want to throw a little bit of apricot jam in there, fine. This guy goes well with chicken. It goes well with salmon. What else you can put there with the white meat guy? You can get away with it on halibut too or something. Okay, awesome wine, nice acidity, nice ripe fruits. Goodbye. So here we go. Wine number 6, leaving Ontario and going to Ciao Italia again. Yes, we started there. Are we going to finish there? No, but we're getting close. So back to Italy. Now this is really, really cool what we're doing here. Okay, and there's a reason to why I selected the wines the way I did. You may be watching this and saying Chardonnay again, Chardonnay again, Chardonnay again. But what I'm trying to do is give you different expressions of the same varietal. This way you can challenge your palate to see if you can pick up on the nuances and the differences in how the wines are made. Okay. Now what's interesting about this guy over here, we have Antinori. Bramito, I think he's called, something like that. The regular price $24, on sale for $22, only $2 off. He's part of vintages. It's a good opportunity to take advantage of this guy while he is $2 off right now. Just try him once. Don't have to buy a case. Try him once. See how he compares to the Macon, the one from France. Okay, the Chardonnay from France. They're made in a very similar style. This guy with the Antinori, they do 50% in oak and 50% in stainless steel. Okay, so again, a little bit more wood influence than what we had in the Macon with Albert Bichot, only 20% oak. Here we have 50% oak. So give both a shot, see which one your palate likes. Ultimately, what it comes down to, you guys are the judge of your palate. You know your palate. All I'm doing is making recommendations based on value, so that if you put money into the glass, you know it's worth it. Okay, I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm not saying it's the best, but at least you're not throwing the money away and you're getting value for what you're paying for. In terms of the profile for this guy, apples, pears, a little bit of honey, vanilla, toast, brioche. Okay, the pairing exactly the same as Macon. Okay, you're gonna do your shellfish, scallops, a little bit of sear or poach, beurre blanc sauce, good to go. Okay, here we go. Wine number 7. Ciao Italia and hello, good old US of A. Where are we going in USA? Napa Valley, baby, Napa Valley. So we're finished. We started light, Masi, delicate, Pinot Grigio, and we're finishing big, bold, and strong. Napa Valley, Beringer, Chardonnay, 100% Chardonnay. Big flavor on this guy. 90% fermented in French oak. And then I think it's 6 or 9 months in French oak. Okay, so lots of toastiness on this guy, lots of vanilla, lots of caramel, but he's not a vanilla bomb. Okay, he's not a vanilla bomb. You have the ripeness of the apple, of the fruit that comes through here in the Chardonnay in the form of the apple. There's a lemon meringue component to it, but there is still nice acidity in there. You still get the structure of the tannins from the wood. This is still a very well balanced wine. In no way is this some type of a confected, manipulated, over the top vanilla bomb. Okay, this is just a big, bold wine that deserves a nice butter poached lobster. Okay, price point on this guy, he is a little bit more pricey than the other guys. We went from low to high. He's coming in at $27, on sale for $24. But again, you don't have to buy a case, buy one. Okay, how does the Napa Valley warm climate Chardonnay compare with the cooler climate Chardonnay that we have in Ontario and in Burgundy? Okay, I don't think I mentioned the Chardonnay from Italy, the Antinori Chardonnay, and that comes from Umbria in Italy, which is toward the middle south. Okay, so he's not in the north, so he is warm climate Chardonnay as well. So very interesting to see, you know, how the varietal expressions of Chardonnay, how they come across on the palate based on climate, based on terroir. Okay, same grape, different regions, different on the palate. You be the judge. Which do you like? Okay, and tell me what you like. Okay, in the comments below. What did you like? Where did you like putting your money? Did you like putting your money toward the $20 Maliviore? Did you like putting it toward the $17 Goat Lady? $27 Beringer? Okay, if you wait till after April, those are the prices. Okay, they're going to go up. So take advantage while you can right now. And as always, guys, it's always a pleasure talking wine with you. Okay, feel free to write in the chats any questions, comments, requests you have for us to taste on the show. We're more than happy to do so. And again, please tell me, what do you think? Okay, what's your style? Did you like the Pinot Grigio that we started off with? Did you like the Chardonnay from Ontario, the one from Italy, the one from the USA? Okay, how about the Riesling? Where did that fit into your palate? Okay, you're the judge of your own palate. Always try new things, always explore, but always try to find value in the glass. Now, where's my glass? Cheers.